This is the Inspire Now Grill Master gloves. This is a set of 2 pairs here that they sell. I want to show you kind of what they look like on hand here. These are cloth gloves, are cloth with like silicone. I don't know if you call that striping or whatever. That's like sewn in or glued onto the gloves themselves. That serve a couple purposes actually. For one, they help with gripping and helping grab things while you're cooking, but they also help provide additional heat resistance in addition to the gloves having a heat resistance built into them as well. They're very thick. I'll show you, try to show you the thickness on the inside there. They're a pretty thick quality glove, but they're easy to cook and barbecue with. And for me personally, the only issue that I found with these, at least with my hands, is I feel like around the joints area here, the last joint of my fingers, is that they appear to feel a little sewn, a little small, at least to me. Now, whether these will stretch out a little bit or not, I'm not sure. But they're not unusable for me. I just feel like they are sewn a little bit small in those areas, and you can kind of tell, at least for me, and it feels a little bit awkward. For smaller hands, though, it shouldn't be an issue. And hopefully, for me, they'll stretch out a little bit and be a little less tight in those areas. But I did try these out with a hot pan that had been baking at 425 degrees, and they protected my hands pretty well. You do get a little bit of heat build up after holding the pan for a while, but it didn't burn my hands. I even actually tested these by putting this over an open flame, although I don't personally recommend that. But it did not affect the gloves. And again, you're going to feel a little bit of heat build up too, though, as well, over a period of time. But these grip pretty well. And to me, they're a bit easier to deal with than the silicone type of gloves in terms of taking on and off. Although, of course, the advantage of silicone versus these cloth ones is they're easier to deal with cleaning up than these cloth ones. But overall, these are a good quality cloth cooking gloves, and for handling hot pans or hot items while you're cooking or barbecuing. They resist the heat well. They're fire resistant. Again, at least for me, they do feel a little bit tight around that last joint in your finger, like right around the knuckle area. But again, maybe they'll stretch out a little bit, and for a little bit smaller hands or someone with smaller fingers and knuckles, that shouldn't be a big deal. But I give these 4.5 stars.